consider myself to be a loving individual. Like when I'm in a relationship, people could always feel love and love around me. Up until that, I'm like my love is like ecstasy. I don't know if that's a good thing. And then it's a drug, like, but I don't know. Sounds like a good thing. But too much of a good thing is not so good. Well, some people can't handle that because they know they don't deserve all of it. And the cool thing is about it, I haven't even stepped into like I'm not fully myself yet. Like I'm not fully loaded. Like I'm not all I'm not 100% Jakina. I may be like 70% or like something wrong there, like a odd percentage. I have yet to really grow and develop into myself, and I'm taking a fact. This is my step. This is my step forward. This is my step to being more myself, expressing myself, and allowing myself to express myself openly and honestly. You know, today. So today I'm talking about love. Talking about love, cause I just, output. Like I said, taking what's in my mind and putting it out there. Just relieving my mind of all that I have just is stored up here. So self love, self love is a big thing for me. Like I was always that chick that's always doing her nails, making sure my cuticles are done and my nails are shaped and everything. Like I was the one who was my skin is not really. I fell off, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get back where I was. Trust me. But I used to have like a skin routine. I used to look up natural alternatives in high school. I had like a whole sheet, like a whole booklet of how to take care of your skin using natural ingredients in high school. Um, yeah, like body care. Oh, oh, hygiene. I love doing my hair. My hair is. I'm got two puffs back here. My hair is like. I can't share right now. My hair is not really too. I didn't touch it up this morning because we had time management. But yeah, um, self love, like eating healthy. I love eating healthy. Like that shouldn't be an issue. Like I shouldn't get shamed for eating a salad. I shouldn't get shamed for choosing a salad over pizza. Honestly, like if you like, I'm doing a thing where I'm starting to name things as they are. So if you give me cheese, I'm like, oh look, carpas, bad carpas. So it's, cheese is basically carpas going bad. Yum. Mmm, delicious. Why wouldn't I choose salad over that? Like, I love fruit. Like, the only people who be hating are people who don't eat how I eat. But how I eat should be standard. That should be like common to eat how I eat. Fruits and vegetables. Some mosquitoes around. I got a ton of mosquitoes, and there's no windows. There's no windows in here, so they just buzz in and don't buzz off until they get clapped. But anyhow, yeah, it's almost self love, compassion. Oh my, compassion's been important for me. Self compassion's been important for me because I'm hard on myself. I'm hard on myself. Like, sometimes I have to stop and be like, be understanding, like say a perspective that I was holding on to died. That perspective died. So that part of myself who believed in that perspective to be true died. So a part of myself died. Now I have to grieve that death. And say I fall off. I started sleeping at 3 in the morning, going to sleep at 3 in the morning, because I'm on my phone trying to distract myself. Even though the internet could wait, I know the internet could wait. It'll be there forever. The internet's forever. I still go sleep at odd hours. Wake up at odd hours. I'll go sleep 3 o'clock in the morning and wake up at 7. That's not a that's not good enough rest. Not good enough sleep. You know? And some like say I'll be hard on myself, like, oh, we should be waking up at 3, not going to sleep at 3. But it's like you're going, that compassionate side is like you're going through something right now. Allow yourself to go through the grieving process without judgment. You know? Man, should I start thinking about what my husband could do for me? What can he do for me? I know that I have a lot of questions. I ask a lot of questions. Some people don't like answering questions. Like, you Google it. But why Google it? If somebody lived a whole life answering these questions that I've got, or going through, they went through it already. Why not ask these questions? Some people don't want to be bothered. Some people would rather make you feel like a problem instead of being like, oh, I don't know. Well, just tell me you don't know. Don't make me feel like I'm doing too much. Or you think too much. Think too little. Doing too much. That's not good. That's not a nice way to talk to somebody. Obviously, they don't talk to themselves, right? Because if they knew how to talk to themselves, they don't know how to talk to others. You feel me? So yeah, self-compassion is important because then you become understanding of other people. Like, you know, you would see homeless people will understand. Like, some people weren't raised to take care of themselves. Some people were raised to be dependent, and the people that raised them, pardon me, people who raised them passed on, and now they may feel helpless to themselves. They may not feel of use to themselves because they weren't raised to be of use to anybody but the people who raised them. You know, you gotta be compassionate. You gotta be understanding of other people because everybody goes through something. Everybody goes through something. It's not, you know, there's this individualism thing going on where like each individual person thinks that they're going through something that's worse than the other person. I wouldn't trade my life in for nobody else's. Cause I know my life is tailor made for me. Everything that I'm going through is everything that I was meant to go through in order to shape me into the person that I'm meant to be. That's what I knew. I wouldn't trade my life for nobody else. I've learned to love who I am. You know, like I used to think real bad about myself. I didn't like myself. I didn't like looking in the mirror like, ugh, you again. You again. Oh no. I'm like, these days, right? I had to stop doing that. Like, the thing is, if you're trying to live out somebody else's dream, somebody else's life, somebody else's goal, somebody else's like what somebody else defines as success, you're living throughout the idea of what success is, but that doesn't fulfill you. That's not your soul mission. That's not your character. That's also, you have to step outside of yourself. You have to rid yourself of yourself, your truth. in order to make somebody else happy. That's that's trifling. That's misery. That's insanity. And then when I look in the mirror, I didn't even know who I was looking at. Who are you? You ain't no lawyer. That's not an insult, but you ain't. That's not no insult. You ain't no lawyer. You ain't no scientist. I mean, I'm interested in science. It's an interest, but it's not a love, not a passion. It's an interest. My love is in art. My love is in creation. My love is in business. I knew I wanted. That's been my thing. I have a picture of me. I have a picture of me dressed like a businesswoman when I was like, had to be like 5 or something. Like, with the fan on my hip. Hello, Chiquita talking. Yes, what do you need? Like, you know, call me, beat me, if you want to reach me. Like, I wanted to be an artist and an entrepreneur since young, and I knew this since young. Like, but my idea of how to do business had to change if I wanted to be a wife, because I can't be too career driven and have a family. I have to pick one. Because if I try to do both, then one's not gonna get the attention that it needs. One has to suffer over the other, and it's not gonna be my family. So I had to shift my whole idea of how I look at business and family. I had to focus more. I had to major in art, in life, not in college. I'm not going to college, spend a whole bunch of money. It's art. It's art. You know, I'm not gonna spend a whole bunch of money for art. It's like throwing weed down the toilet, flushing it. Like, no. What did you do? Just spend a whole $20,000 on a college tuition where you have AI that does the same thing. You ain't even got a sweat. You ain't even got to break a sweat, and you done broke your back to earn the money to pay off something that's not gonna pay you no return on investment. I wanna be an artist. I'm being a teacher. I'm being a commander. I'm being what else I'm being? I'm being a captain. It was not a captain, just I was the captain of my rugby team for like one game. It counts. Cause they chose me to be a captain. It counts. You know, like I've had art up in the museum, and yeah, the art gallery. I had art up in the gallery. You know, like I work for people as a photographer. I'm marketed. I'm been a marketer. I'm 24. I haven't done everything, but you know, everything that I have done is like recommended. You know, these are my accreditations. It's just something worth mention, recognition, admiration. You know, I'm taking this time to admire my accomplishments in life. I find value in myself, my talents, my skills, my experiences, the things that I've put myself through. I got a scholarship, a rugby scholarship to go away. I didn't accept it the first year, so I did it the next year, and I went away to the U.S. and it was like this rugby boot camp for like 2 weeks, and the last day was this tournament, and it was so crazy. Like it was so crazy because it was like split up in four, like a whole field, and I think it was like split up in four. You had the boys and then you had the girls, and then the first week you learn tactics, you learn theory, and then you would train. And it was like this whole, it was It was great. It was a great experience, honestly. I met this woman who was in the Marines, I think, the Marines. Um, she was cool. At that time, I was already in the regiment. I was like 18. It's like the oldest. I was the oldest girl there. It was a high school trip. I was already graduated. I was the eldest one there. Already drinking. And she's like, oh, you need. She's talking about getting some sleep. I'm like, in the regiment, it's like guys stay up all night and still wash out what they gotta do for the day. And she's like, wow, that's not good. You know, you need